So what we're going to do is a frontal angle nose pad adjustment. And the frontal angle nose pad refers to the vertical position of the pads in relation to each other when viewed from the front. So when you want to check for this nose pad adjustment, you're going to view it from the front here. It should be angling towards each other approximately 20 degrees from a true vertical. The nose pads, the top of the nose pad should be closer together than the bottom here. So in order to adjust that, we're going to use these nose pad pliers. Okay, so the little hole here, this should overlap the screw in the guard arm, I should say. And the flat here is going to overlap the actual silicone of the nose pad. So what we're going to do, for the adjustment, I prefer for us to adjust it looking towards the front, and that's when you can see the actual adjustment and how many degrees to go. So like we said, this little hole here is going to overlap the guard arm. The screw goes, and the flat is going to overlap the silicone. So we're going to pull this kind of towards us. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the nose pad. So the motion that you want to do, it's kind of like kind of rocked position. I would say kind of like to represent is as if you're doing the little chicken dance, to mimic that. So we're gonna swivel it up. We're gonna do the same thing a little bit more on the other side. Remember, the most desirable degrees would be up to 20 degrees for this adjustment. As you can see here, the front of the nose pad are closer together compared to the bottom here. The desirable shape that you want to for a nose pad to fit on a patient is on the crest on the nose, which means on the in the middle. That's the most desirable adjustment. And this, what I've done, is a frontal nose pad repair. So this other adjustment that we're going to do is a splay angle adjustment. And we have to remember that the nose is wider at the base than the bridge, so that the face of the pad should rest fully on the nose. It's apparent in the front edges. This difference between the back and the front edges of each pad viewed from the top or bottom is a splay angle. So you want for the initial alignment, the splay angle should be 25 to 30 degrees. And we're going to use the pad adjusting pliers. So like I've explained before, you want to make sure that this dent is on the metal of the frame of the nose guard arms, right here where the screw is at, and the flat should lay on the silicone pad. So this is pretty easy. You're just going to twist it closer to the edge here of the lens. It's going to be twisted to the back. And there you go. This is viewed from the top or from the bottom. And as you can see, this is the splay angle nose pad adjustment. Got it. Okay, this next nose pad adjustment is going to be a vertical angle nose pad adjustment. This angle is especially important in ensuring proper weight distribution under the pad. Ideally, the longitudinal, which is top to bottom axis of the nose pad, face in contact with the nose surface in the direction of gravity. So in other words, the bottoms are closer to the front than the tops when viewing from the side. The most desirable degree that you want to get is from 10 to 15. Now you can use this nose pad adjusting pliers, but what I'm going to use, because since you're going to be adjusting right here at the nose guard, where it's at, is these pliers, because you have more access and you're able to work more than compared to you trying to use the nose pad adjusting pliers. So I'm going to use the thin nose pliers on the pad arm. And so, we're going to have one hand for support, and we're going to bring that together. So as you view it from the side, you can see that the bottoms are closer to the front from viewing from an angle. Like I said, you want to make sure that it stays from 10 to 15 degrees. And always with the nose pad adjustments, you want to make sure that the pads rest halfway between the crest of the nose, or the inner corner of the nose as well. The long diameter of the pad should be perpendicular to the floor, and the full surface of the pad should rest uniformly on the surface of the nose.